What is going on, everybody? Carson today. Everyone had a fantastic week. In today's video, we'll be once again opening up some more loose packs, but this time some loose packs of 2017-18 Prestige Basketball. Figured why not open up some basketball packs since we got the regular season under the way now, and we saw some of the rookies play. We got some big performances. We had LeBron James' first game as a Laker last night versus the Trail Blazers. That was a pretty up and down the court game. That was a very fast-paced game. It even started off with LeBron James with one of his signature dunks, and then Lillard answers back, and then LeBron James goes coast to coast with another dunk. So a very traditional game there for LeBron. We had a nice night. Stuff in the stat sheet in all categories almost. I believe. I don't think he got a block, but I think he had a steal, rebounds, assists, points. Your typical LeBron night. But we've seen some of the rookies, some of the top rookies, DeAndre Ayton versus Luka Doncic in their opener. Ayton had a double-double in that game, shot the ball well from the field, and Doncic struggled a little bit, struggled from deep, but he did have a nice rebounding and decent point total in his first outing, so definitely something to prove upon for him. I mean, we got a man on the cover here, Kyrie, who struggled a little bit for the Celtics opener, but we've had some big performances. We even had a few kind of shocking, a little bit shocking triple-doubles. We had Ben Simmons, who had a triple-double, really isn't shocking there. He might be able to average triple-double this year. And then we had Elfrid Payton for the Pelicans, also had a triple-double in their opener over the Rockets, which a lot of people were kind of stunned that the Rockets got beat by the Pelicans in that one. Because the Pelicans put up a lot of points on the Rockets in their opener. But let's go ahead and get right into these 3 packs of 2017-18 Prestige Basketball. 4 cards per pack. So going to be a total of 12 cards in today's video. Let's go ahead and get right into it. See what we can pull here. See if we can talk about some of the players we pull out of here. Pack number 1. Nikola Jokic. He had a solid outing in their debut. I believe he got close to a double-double. Didn't get a double-double. I think he got close to it, though. But decent outing for him and their opener. James Johnson, who's currently, I believe, sitting out. I believe he had something to do with a hernia or something like that, so he hasn't played. Doesn't look like he's going to be playing this week. I think he's going to be sitting out all the Heat's game this week, if I'm not mistaken on that. Jonathan Isaac, who, rookie of Jonathan Isaac here, had himself a fairly decent showing in their opener, but I believe he got into foul trouble early, so it kind of limited his minutes in that one. But could be a breakout candidate this year, as we didn't really get to see a whole lot of him last year, I believe. So could be a nice year for Jonathan Isaac this year. So a nice rookie of him. And then we finish off pack number 1 with Carmelo Anthony, who is trying to adapt to that new role on the Rockets, coming off the bench. He did struggle in the Rockets opener versus the Pelicans. I believe he shot like 3 of 10 or something like that. Finished with like 9 points. So definitely not a typical Carmelo Anthony. He did struggle last year too, though. But he came out and basically said it's going to be a struggle mentally for me to work with a second group and to be out there as the main person in that second group coming off the bench. So he said it's going to be a struggle all season long. So hopefully he can turn that around and perform for the Rockets. It'll be interesting to see what he can do for them. So that was the finish off pack number 1. On to pack number 2. Like I said, I'm really enjoying it. I'm glad basketball got started up. Been catching a lot of games. Like I said, caught LeBron's first game with the Lakers versus the Trailblazers last night. Was pretty excited about that game. Like I said, this is the pace of that game. That pace was up and down the court. Got Mike Conley, Gary Harris, who, like I said, I think the Nuggets had a very good defensive game towards the end of the game. All their starters were playing very, very well. Will Barton had a nice game. Like I said, Jokic also had a nice game. Gary Harris didn't have too bad of a game himself in their opener. Got a rookie of Thomas Bryant. And to finish off pack number 2, Russell Westbrook, who hasn't seen the court yet, but he's going to be nearing a turn here pretty soon. So once they get back, I think the OKC will, be back to form with that group. But Dennis Schroeder was, played for very well, kind of in his place there for OKC. So it was nice to finish off pack number 2 with Russell Westbrook. On to our final pack in today's video. 4 more cards to look at. Let's see if we can pull somebody else to talk about. I believe the 76ers had a blowout win last night. Like I said, Ben Simmons had a triple-double on that one. Embiid performed very well. Start off pack number 3 with Dwight Howard, who hasn't seen the court yet. I believe he came out and they said he's got something wrong with the top of his butt or something like that. Some muscle in top of his butt. They thought it was his back originally, but it turns out it's some muscle in his butt that's keeping him from getting a nice vertical jump. So he set out last night, I believe. And Ian Mahimi got the start, but only played 11 minutes. I believe they went small ball in that game a lot. And I think Jeff Green had a pretty nice stat line last night going small ball. So nice performance by Jeff Green last night. Next is Robert Covington, who had himself a nice night. I think almost everybody on the 76ers had a nice night. Like I said, they had a nice blowout win in their game. Got a rookie card of Justin Jackson. I believe he got the start, if I'm not mistaken, in their opener. Didn't do the greatest, but had a solid performance. And then to finish off our last pack, our last card in our last pack is John Wall, who had the defense on Dwayne Wade, I believe, for the buzzer beater, and end up getting the Heat end up getting a rebound by Kelly Olynyk and putting it back up and in to win that game, if I'm not mistaken on that. But I believe John Wall had a nice night. Like I said, he was defending Dwayne Wade on that last shot, and they just ended up getting an offensive rebound and putting it back up for the Heat to win that one. But nice way to finish off this pack opening with John Wall, who's obviously a stud in the NBA and one of the fastest players going coast to coast. So overall, like I said, I'm enjoying the regular season. Glad it got underway. A lot of big performances. I'm really interested to see what that Pelicans team can do, because I think Peyton fits their scheme. Like I said, with a triple-double on opening night versus the Rockets. So I'm really interested about that. Also, I want to see kind of what the Lakers can do. They had a nice showing last night with LeBron. They played very well. Josh Hart in that game stepped up. I wouldn't be surprised if Hart starts over Caldwell Pope, because I believe Kentavious Caldwell-Pope got the start in that Lakers game, Lakers opener versus the Trailblazers. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Hart eventually starting, because I think he just fits very well with LeBron James. They need a very good shooter, and that guy seems to hustle. So he had a good night last night. Basically he had blocks, steals, rebounds, assists, points. I believe he was solid, very solid from deep too. He was hitting the majority of his shots. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that Lakers starting lineup. But other than that, guys, this has been CardboardCellar, and I hope you guys enjoyed.